Hello, and thank you for joining us on SCTV for the Summersville Area Chamber of Commerce Business of the Week. This is a weekly broadcast where we will feature one area business. My name is Lindsay Skidmore, Executive Director. I'm here today with Rosa from the Original Flavor Bistro, and they are our Business of the Week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You want to tell us a little bit more about your business?
Okay, so we are a fusion of Venezuelan and Puerto Rican food. And we are today going to show you a little bit of what our cuisine is all about for anybody that have the questions of what we serve.
Well, it smells amazing and it looks amazing. So, you want to go ahead and show us what we have here?
All right, so when we have people that come for the first time, normally they don't know what we serve. Some of the items on the meat part, it's kind of what everybody serves: steak, chicken, shrimps, chorizo. On the chorizo part, it's a little bit different because the chorizos that we serve are not like a regular Mexican chorizo. It's a South American chorizo. So the best way that I can describe those are very similar to a combination of a bratwurst and an Italian sausage together. So they're not as, like, if you think of a chorizo, then you think of like the red one, that it's a little bit spicier. This one is not. Most of our food, none of it is spicy. If you want it spicy, we can make it because we do have a spicy sauce, ají sauce that we make here, homemade. We also serve other sauces on the side table, but none of our food is spicy. So when we want to introduce someone to our menu, we highly recommend the combination board of the taste of Venezuela and Puerto Rico. Venezuela and Puerto Rico are really similar on the cuisine. The only thing that really changed is sometimes the words of how Venezuela call certain things and how Puerto Ricans call certain things. So in English, it's basically the same words. So the green plantains, that's one of the main dishes, especially on Puerto Rico. We use that for several dishes. We either use it as a side. When they're green, they're savory. When they get ripe, they're sweet. So that's the difference between both of them. So on the Mofongos Al Triflongos, which are one of the best sellers here, and it's one of the main dishes in Puerto Rico. It's a combination of the green plantain, the sweet plantain, and the yuca. So then you get the savory and the sweet all together, mashed with the pork skin, and we create a bowl and we stuff with whatever meat people want and options that we have on the menu. Then on the board, we have the green plantains, the yuca, the steak, chicken, and chorizo, sweet plantains, pork, chicharrón chicken, which it's breaded with the pork skin as well. All of our sauces and the arepas, which are typical food from Puerto Rico. Then we get the Creole sauce, which is a Puerto Rican sauce, and we use it in mainly all our dishes with the chicken, with the shrimps. We do either Creole sauce or garlic sauce. And then mojo sauce, which is used for the yuca. It's like a old vinegar base with onions and cilantro and garlic on it. And then the beans are really popular here too, especially the pinto beans. And the boards, we do have the black beans because it's really typical in Venezuela to stuff the arepas with the black beans as a vegetarian option. And then the coleslaw and the ají sauce, which is the spicy sauce.
And all of your spices, you said, are homemade here?
All of it, all of the sauces are made, and everything is made from scratch at the moment that you place your order. we try to pair all of our food with the wines and the cocktails that we have. At this moment, we don't serve liquor. So what we try to accommodate everybody is to create, well, that's Cesar's job. He creates the cocktails from wines from Kirkwood or from wines that house wines that we have here, or with the beers to create something similar to a regular cocktail, but without the liquor on it, but alcohol.
You want to tell us about a couple of those?
Yes. So what we try to do here mostly is just try to do something similar so it's not too off from the actual thing. For example, we do have our Moscow Mule here that a lot of people really do say that it's pretty similar to the actual thing. So this is just made with a normal lime White Claw, ginger beer, simple syrup, our lime juice, and just a little bit of Sprite. And it's probably one of our most refreshing drinks as well here.
And mint.
And mint as well. Yes. And then we also do have our local wines that we try to keep here as well. We also have our local craft beers and all of our bottled domestic beers that we have.
And also we got new natural juices that we have, because that's something that we normally pair with our food in Puerto Rico. Is all the time is eating all this food with our natural juices. So we have a variety of the pineapple, mango, horchata, which is like a rice milk, passion fruit, and aloe vera. And then we also found Malta, which is like
It's a malt non-alcoholic beer. That's what it is.
Okay.
and it's originated from Puerto Rico as well. So we're trying to bring things that are authentic from over there, so we can pair with the food, because that's kind of like we eat it all the time. And we also have, for a limited time, but we're trying to continue getting those imported beers. The one Medalla, which is the beer from Puerto Rico, and the Polar, which is the beer from Venezuela. And those are the authentic beers from over there.
I've heard that you guys have amazing desserts as well.
Yes, all of our desserts, like most people know, they're made by my daughter, Sabrina, and is the one that created all the recipes, and she's the one that takes care of that part. I went to culinary school, of course, and I did my desserts and my career on that as well, but it's not my preference. I like cooking and presenting the plates and stuff, but not the bakery part. So she does love it, and she have created very amazing recipes based on what desserts I like. I'm not a too much dessert person, like I don't like much sweets, but those are the sweets that I will go for when I go to a restaurant. So she kind of like create like tres leche, which it's one of our favorite desserts in the whole family, and it's really, really typical in Puerto Rico. There are other versions of it that people does it with fruits on top or other stuff on top. We don't. It's just as with the whipped icing in top, traditional, and either cherry or cinnamon on top. And then the quesillo, which that's how they call it in Venezuela. In Puerto Rico, we call it flan. It's a cheese custard or vanilla custard. In here, we do create like a fusion of all of them, because it does have coconut milk and also have cheese on it, which either the very normal one is the vanilla one. That's the regular one. But the one I like, it's with the coconut milk made and also with the cream cheese. And that's the recipe that she created, because that she knows that's my flavor. And then the cheesecakes, all the cheesecakes, I do like some cheesecakes, but the one is my favorite, is always been the lemon. So she also created a lemon cheesecake that sometimes it varies depending on the produce that she finds, and sometimes she does it baked and sometimes she does no bake, but they're both really good. And then the other one is the crepes. That's kind of like my signature dessert. Since I was I was 12-year-old, 10-year-old, and I started cooking, that was the dessert that I went and did all my life with the dulce de leche. And I do have a history on that cooking that one. pie burn my face long time ago, but it was always keep being my favorite dessert. So she created a batter for it, a special batter for it, and that's one of the main dishes here. Also, we do have the options of doing it with Nutella, so who likes chocolate, and strawberries as well. But of course, my favorite is the dulce de leche. And then the cinnamon crisp. It's not typical. That dessert is not typical from Puerto Rico. The one that we do have is like called churros. So because we couldn't create the recipe, she hasn't created the recipe yet for the churros. We decided to go in a easy way on doing the cinnamon crisp because it does have a very similar taste to the churros, but people love it here, so we continue doing it. And we were introducing that at the beginning, but it just make it simple for us, and it's people have, that's one of the favorites, I guess. And then seasonal wise, she kind of like do other stuff. And like on fall, she did apple pie, she did pumpkin pie, carrot cake. Like she does stuff differently, and now she's starting to work on doing some cookies.
Yes.
That are
Macaroons.
So she already did some tastings and it came out really good. So we probably want to have some macaroons now for the spring.
So you guys actually offer a kids menu as well. You want to tell us about that?
Yes, we do. So we do have our kids menu right here, which is usually just a typical kids menu with chicken tenders, a ham and cheese sandwich, and we have these specifically for our Tuesdays. On our Tuesdays, we do have specials for families as well for their kids. We have just Eat Free Tuesday. So if you order a dinner entree, you get at least one kid just food for free. And it also comes with like just a free ice cream and their soda or water, whatever they decide.
That's great.
So and on the kids meals that I try to do like healthy food for kids. In addition to chicken tenders, which is just a normal meal for the kids, and a ham and cheese sandwich, we do offer the rice and beans with chicken or pork, and it's our regular white rice with our beans and our shredded chicken or the shredded pork, which is some homemade.
Yes.
Great. And you guys are actually one of our participating restaurants in our Takeout Tuesday.
Yes.
So people could come in, order an adult meal, get the free kid meal, and then participate in the Takeout Tuesday.
And safe because they're
Yeah.
like it's a really good deal.
Yes.
That is great. That's perfect. The Original Flavor Bistro is also our Summersville Area Chamber of Commerce New Business of the Year for 2021. So they're winning all kinds of awards over here. And I think you said you were featured in a West Virginia newspaper as well. You want to tell us about that?
We were featured on the hashtag West Virginia. We started advertising with them on December, but then in this year and now in the February newspaper, we were shown on in the first page. Of course, you can see Cesar there, since he's the face of the restaurant. And then in the inside, we have this page dedicated to us, where basically it explains a little bit of everything that we do here, how we started, that I went to culinary school in Le Cordon Bleu in Orlando, and also who does what, because normally I'm in the kitchen under my husband, but of course my husband have another business, so he comes and fills up all the time that he can, and then our other daughter Paola is the one that does the part of the Venezuelan cuisine, doing the tequeños, which are our famous cheese sticks that a lot of people that have tried love it, and she also does the Puerto Rican version of the cheese sticks and all the empanadas. So, like we normally always repeat, this is a very family business, and everybody's on board. Like my two daughters and then Cesar, of course they go to school, and their only availability is either after school or in the weekends. So they come and fill out and do all the help we can to get this going.
That's great. So it's a family environment here.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So how long have you guys been in business?
Since
Now it's
July.
gonna be 7 months.
And how's it going?
It's going really well. We knew that this was gonna be an adventure because there was nothing, when we moved here to Summersville, we noticed that there was absolutely nothing compared to what we are bringing up here. Where we come from, either Florida or North Carolina, there's a lot of competition and there's a lot of places like this. Not most of fusion of Puerto Rican and Venezuelan is either Puerto Rican or Venezuelan. So this kind of like, I think that we're kind of like the pioneer on that combination, because I haven't heard or seen any other restaurant that have that fusion. I've seen Mexican with Venezuelan and other maybe combinations, but nothing like us. So we're kind of like the pioneer on that, and we're being blessed since we moved to be able to bring this here. And it's gonna take time for people to start knowing us and understanding the cuisine, or giving us the opportunity to at least try it, so they can know that there's other things that we can eat and that they can try, and it will not be the same food over and over again.
Well, it's definitely a different option than what we have typically, but I've only heard good things, so that is great. Now, I know you guys do some events here as well. You want to tell us about, you do music or?
So we do have a live music event. Right now we're kind of slowed down a little bit on it, but we're planning on getting a little bit more of the live music at least twice a month after March, and so on, going more times on the summer. We also try to introduce the paint nights, which is something that we enjoy as a family. We normally do this at home, so bringing that to the town and being able to share our space with the wow and wonderful paint night, it's amazing, because even that they have paint when we're working, but I haven't. We do this at home, and I do enjoy watching through the window, everybody setting up and painting and enjoying, and I come out and I see what they're doing, and people come afraid at the first time. I've never done this. I don't know if I'm gonna do good or not. And so you follow the instructor, that you know that you will see how that artist comes out of you.
Right.
So we do enjoy that, and we will plan to continue doing it.
So while guests are here painting or listening to music, they can still order food and drink and have dinner?
Yes. That's kind of like what we try to do, and that way also people that comes from the first time, that at least they can get a little bit of trying our food.
Right.
It's not that you can have the time or the space to eat a lot or to try a lot of things while you're painting. It's really not. It's more like the drinking, or at least some of the appetizers, but like a big plate that's something that either we rather them to come earlier or in another occasion, so they can really enjoy the food, because that type of event, it goes so fast and you're busy trying to follow the instructor, that we can at least them to come and see the place, because some people that enroll on those events, they haven't come here before, or they don't even know that we're here.
Right.
So we try to bring them so they can, we tried just the nachos, which that's one of the best populars on the paint nights, or the empanadas, the appetizer, or even the tequeños. So those little things, they try it, and then they say, I can come back. And then also give them the opportunity to try the cocktails.
Great. So anything else you guys can think of to tell me about your business?
Well, we're just excited to start being able to open the outdoors for the family to come and enjoy the outdoors. We have shops for the kids to be playing outside, or painting, paintball, what is it? Ping pong, cornhole, darts, checkers, dominoes, which is very typical from Puerto Rico, that we play. And then we will have umbrellas, fire pit that people can reserve to the space for the fire pit. So we're just excited to get ready for spring and summer. We also are able to do catering, so anybody that is interested, we can do caterings based on whatever they need. It doesn't have to be anything on the menu. Like I'm able to do the other cuisines, either Italian, Asian, French, whatever they want to do, or just American cuisine. So that's another option as well.
We do deliveries.
And we're trying also to do deliveries in town for whoever it's close by and they can get out of the office. They just give us a call, and we are more than happy to bring it to the office in town.
That's perfect.
Like the hospitals orders a lot, the dealerships orders a lot, and some of the lawyer's office in town also order.
We're also very COVID friendly as well with the Curbside Pickup. We do have an online ordering on our Facebook that directly takes you to one of our online menus, and from that you can actually order from it and pay online as well, so you don't have to have any contact or anything at all. And right here on the side of the building we do have a little curbside sign that we do have, and you can just park up there, just give us a call, and we will go ahead and take out your food. Yes.
So you want to go ahead and give us maybe your address, phone numbers, if they want to place an order?
Yes. Let me go ahead.
The address is 860 Broad Street in Somersville. It's at the Le Rose Plaza.
Yes.
And then the phone number.
It's 304-872-2301.
And then on Facebook and Instagram, it's at original flavor bistro WB for both of them. So then there you can follow us, and then you can order online there. There's a link and everything there.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
The Summersville Area Chamber of Commerce is a voluntary partnership of businesses and professionals working together to build a healthy economy in the Summersville area. Be sure to join us every Thursday for the summit broadcasting of our Chamber Chat, a weekly radio show where we highlight upcoming member events. Head over to our Facebook page to learn more about how you can enter to win a gift card to one of our restaurant members through our newest promotion, Takeout Tuesday. And continue to join us here on SCTV every week as we feature one of our member businesses. Remember, if you have a business and would like to be featured as the Chamber of Commerce Business of the Week, give us a call at 304-872-1588 or visit our website at www.summersvillechamber.com.